Tonight, Milwaukee County is under a state of emergency as roads like the ones you see behind me remain blocked off, and as neighbors impacted by the flooding try to salvage what's left after this weekend's historic rainfall. And officials say the threat is not over yet as this area remains under a flood warning. Tonight, the city of Milwaukee and its surrounding suburbs still trying to dry out after getting hit with more than a foot of water from a historic rainfall that caused flash flooding, taking many by surprise.
I slept in the basement, like right next to the sump pump, just making sure that it was working and turning on.
Bill Suchting lives near the Menominee River, which after Saturday night's storm has spilled over onto neighborhood streets. Last night, that river got within feet of Bill's front door.
There was lots of lightning and thunder and just wanted it to be over. We were up 2, 3 in the morning outside just watching it creep closer and closer, and then finally started to recede. So we're one of the fortunate ones.
Thousands of other Milwaukee County residents were not so lucky.
This is the sewer outside of my house.
The night of the storm, sewers operating in reverse, pushing out floodwaters into people's yards.
And my front yard is flooding.
The Milwaukee Fire Department saying emergency responders were inundated with 911 calls. The department responding to more than 600 calls for help from Saturday night up until Sunday morning, including dozens of water rescues. This man and his friend jumping into those floodwaters to help people trapped in cars.
They drove their cars into the water and they couldn't get out, so me and my friend literally had to swim through it and had to go open their cars, make sure they were okay, and then help them get out.
The Wisconsin State Fair forced to shut down early and remain closed for what would have been its final day Sunday. Thousands now dealing with the aftermath. Damage to their homes and cars, and basements still underwater.
We're seeing reports from some parts of the city that have received more than a foot of rain. This flooding event, it's very significant. It's something that Milwaukee hasn't seen in perhaps a decade or more.
The vehicle you see behind me here is just one of a handful we've seen left stranded on streets after floodwaters took over this past weekend. We spoke with one man who said it took him nearly 8 hours to get a tow truck to move his vehicle, which gives you an idea of the demand that they're dealing with here. Milwaukee County will remain under a flood warning until Monday morning, which forecasters say is expected to bring drier conditions and hopefully reprieve for impacted residents. In Milwaukee, Kate Kogirin, ABC News.